Sun Tzu, the greatest Chinese general, military strategist, and philosopher, once said, all war is based on deception. Sometimes to defeat the bad, the good must become worse. Sometimes to become a hero, you must play the villain's game. And so, once upon a time. Bhishma lay on his bed of arrows, just 2 days since he fell to the prowess of his grandson Arjun and his charioteer Krishna. He had sworn that he would not leave the earthly plane till the Kuru dynasty was in safe hands. And now he had no choice but to wait for the outcome of the war of Kurukshetra. From the camps of the Kaurav, he could hear loud noises and sounds of elation, while the Pandav camp was quiet, mournful. Something terrible had happened. He was certain of that. He asked his torchbearer if he knew what the commotion was about. The torchbearer nodded and hung his head in shame. Looks like the war is over, Pitama. The Kaurav have won. Bhishma creased his brows and narrowed his eyes. Tell me what has happened, Manav, he asked of his torchbearer. It is the 13th day of the war, as you know, Pitama. But a day that will go down as the most shameful day in the history of the Kuru. The torchbearer said sorrowfully, they have killed a hapless 16-year-old boy today, Pitama. The Kaurav have. Don't mince your words, boy. Tell me how it is, thundered the Pitama. The torchbearer nodded. Dronacharya had arranged the army of the Kaurav in the dreaded Chakravyuh formation. He knew that only Arjun and Krishna could get into it. So they kept both Arjun and Krishna busy while the formations thundered into Pandava army. They killed thousands of soldiers. Yudhishthir, Bhim, Nakul and Sahadev were helpless against the cunning formation. As you well know, that Arjun's son Abhimanyu knew how to get into the formation, but he didn't know how to get out. Did they risk the poor boy's life? Pitama asked worried. The plan the four Pandavas made was to follow Abhimanyu with their chariots and tent the formation, but Jayadratha brought his elephant column. He brought it in the way and blocked the four following chariots, leaving Abhimanyu alone in the Chakravyuh. The Pitama took a deep breath, knowing the story that was to come. The torchbearer continued the tale of woe. The boy fought valiantly, very valiantly. He began to kill soldiers in hundreds and chariots with their archers. Finally, the great warriors all surrounded him. One boy in the middle of Dronacharya, Duryodhana, Dushasana, Karna, Ashwatthama, Kripacharya, Bhurisrava and Salya. He fought them all with everything he had. He actually had Ashwatthama running for his life. In the end, it was too much for him alone. Are you sure this happened, Mana? Because this breaks all codes of battle conduct. So many against one lone boy. Yes, I met the soldiers who saw this happen with their very own eyes, the torchbearer confirmed. Bhishma let out a muffled sound of anguish, his eyes brimming with tears. What happened next? The torchbearer braced himself. Then Dushasan's son took the mace and, raising it in the air, brought down on the head of the boy, killing him. Abhimanyu's head cracked open. Bhishma let out a wail of pain and felt his old body racking with sobs. This is our dharma. It's deceit. This is not the Kuruvansh I stood for. They say that Arjun has taken an oath that if he doesn't kill Jayadratha by sundown tomorrow, he will swallow fire and kill himself. So the Kaurava are happy. All they have to do is protect Jayadratha all day. And then by night, Arjun will die. And then the war will be over. The torchbearer said, putting into place the sounds of jubilation. Bhishma laughed scornfully. Yes, the war is over. But it's not over for the Pandavas. It's over for the Kauravas. They have begun a battle of deceit now, and they will pay for it. I don't understand, the torchbearer said, confused. Krishna, my boy, Krishna. They have angered a man who knows deceit like no other on Mother Earth. History will remember this war for Krishna's deceit, but they will forget who started it and how it began. It began with the smashing of the skull of a lone, unarmed young boy. He will fight their deceit with his deceit. This is now a battle between Krishna and the Kauravas. They are all finished. All of them. All of them. The battle encampment of the Pandavas. Krishna stood atop a platform and looked at the glimmering fire torches of the Kauravas. He had finished crying over Abhimanyu. He whispered into the wind, I'm coming for you, Duryodhana. Me and me alone. The wind carried the whisper across the blood-stained battlefield and into Duryodhana's ear. The goblet of wine fell from his hand. Panic-stricken, he looked around. But there was no one around him. He could swear he heard Krishna speak into his ears.